What's good? It's the director with a pen, Aaron Bebo, and I'm here to give you my take on where I think the Power series is going after watching episode 4. I think at this point we at a space where we explored the first season. We've seen all the roles that the men have stepped into and cemented themselves into as characters, as far as like Ghost being the low key wanting to be the club owner, translating everything over legitimately and looking clean, and eventually looking like he's going to step totally away from the streets altogether. And, Tommy being the gung ho, just wanting to be on top and moving the product and winning, because really and truly his character looks like that's all he really know. That's all. He never explored any other options outside of the things he was doing when he was young, as far as getting into other businesses and doing things legitimately. And Ghost did. So that's where they differ at. They mesh well as far as getting money together and being a pair, and where Ghost lacks at, Tommy picks up the slack, and where Ghost lacks at, where Tommy lacks at, Ghost picks up the slack. You know what I mean? And so it's an iron crease, but with a crease you have a split. So now that they bring Kanan into the picture, and he really the one. The whole root, really, at the end of the day, is he's the root. So after we done seen all this, we see where they came from, Kanan, and what he's about and what's going on with them. The second season starts. We see that, at this point, things is in chaos. You got this chick on the run. It's revealed who's really, behind all this. We already noticed, so we coming in the season like, oh, okay. We see what goes on, and then when I waited till episode 4 to really try to see where the plot was gonna go. This is what I think is gonna happen. I think at this point, Courtney is gonna really bring the female characters to the forefront. You know what I mean, and place them in the camera view, and more so in the plot manner. I'm just saying the camera view, but in the manner of the plot, bring them to the forefront in the plot, because everybody, all the men, now that you know their roles, if you really look at it, they in chaos, they in turmoil. They all have issues. You got Ghost, who's in between his wife and kids with the district attorney chick, and he done been put out the house. So, and he's at the point where he has to come back to his wife and make a reveal in the sense of a reminder, like, yo, look, this is a whole nother glue that bonds us concerning this situation. Like, this is why we must be together, and I must stick close to home type situation. And then you got Tommy, who's female. He going bugged out over the chick, and then and all these men is, which is beautiful. I love that the writer did this, that she allowed the characters to show the point of transition. Like, it's only right that the females come to the forefront now. Tommy's going crazy over this female, and obviously she got a pass now. She about to get picked up by the police, and they talking about a pass, something that she's aware of that we weren't as the viewers. And it's a decision, but it's ironic. The irony is so hot that Ghost done came to her and offered her this money, and she could leave and disappear. So that was put in the forefront of her getting snagged by the police for whatever she done did. That ain't been revealed in the plot yet. Whatever she done did in Ohio. So when it comes to the point of where she come to the forefront, and it's like, yo, she gonna stand up or whatever, she really has a real choice. That was fly how that was implemented into the writing aspect. Like, it ain't like she just back against the wall, like, look, you better tell on these dudes or else. And we clearly see that she comes from a dirty background, even before the Ohio reveal. So it was like, what would she do? It was a chess move. You know what I mean? What would she do? But now she really has an option. You know what I mean? Do she take the bishop or do she take the rook? But anyway, like, he got that term, so she has to come to the forefront and see what we're gonna have to see where she stands. So that's bringing her to the forefront. You know what I mean? The DA chick is gonna be, because something got happened with her. You know what I mean? What's going is, you know what I mean? We gotta find out what's gonna go on with her. Is niggas gonna knock her off, or is she gonna, it's Ghost's love gonna make him betray, or even put a waiver in the relationship with his friends. You know what I mean? That he's doing business with because of the way he feels for her. And how is she gonna react to her career because of the way she feels for him? So she has to come to the forefront. And then, also she dealing with this other dude that's on the job with her that has a attraction to her. So all this chemistry is building the plot, like it's bubbling, it's hot. But the women have to come to the forefront. So I think from episode 4, it's from the perspective, and Kanan too. Let me not forget about that. Like, he's done his baby mom, but clearly he had a relationship with Ghost's wife at one period. So the dilemma brings all these women to the forefront because all the men are dealing with dilemma right now. Every man in the situation is dealing with dilemma. Kane is dealing with a dilemma because he's coming from prison and he's forced to deal with people that he done forged relationships with from a prison perspective. And they necessarily may not move how he moves. So he has to just entrust that, and then he don't have no real sights to the streets. So that's his dilemma. You know what I mean? Ghost's dilemma is trying to get back in the house and seeing if Kanan knows he trusts him. Tommy's dilemma is his female and trying to get this work off of the connect, which is Ghost's dilemma as well. But Ghost is not as pressed on that because he's really trying to get to another place in life. So that has taken precedence over the narcotics aspect of the business for him, because he's not really like, yo, we move. Now, so it's like he knows he's set. He thinking he got money. Shorty done tapped into the accounts and taking stuff out the stash. All these different situations. He got a dilemma. I mean, everybody has a dilemma. So, and the dilemma, the line all links back to a woman. So now I feel like the plot is about to go into the direction of bringing the women to the forefront. And even like, and when I say that, I mean through the transition of men. Like, you have to watch the male character still to understand who's really in the leading role when you're watching what's being translated on screen. You know what I mean? Because the plot is hot. I definitely tip my hat to 50 Courtney Agabo. I hope I'm saying that right. And Power, the show, and the whole cast of what they doing. I love it. And like I said, this is the director with a pen, Aaron Bebo. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for that Sheep's Clothing web series joint we about to do. Independent film / independent film. It's gonna be coming out shortly. It's based on my book Rat Hunters. And stay tuned, man. I'm done.